Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Vanzant, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all. What's good, people? Another edition of the Man Cave Morning Show. I'm amped up today, as usual. Energized, ready to go. We got a lot to talk about. Some interesting things to talk about. A lot going on in the news in the world. Crazy topics, and these are your topics that you asked us to talk about on the Man Cave Morning Show, and we're going to do it. But first, let me introduce this awesome squad here. To my left is Dr. J.
Yo, how y'all doing? Good morning.
Yes, one of the hosts of the Man Cave Morning Show. To my far right is the Deacon. That dude, Deacon Wilton.
Good morning. Great to be here. Let's get it.
And sitting right next to me is the wonderful, the amazing, the glue to the squad,
the plug, the
talented, the beautiful. She goes by the simple name of You.
Good morning. Blessings.
Yes.
Stop, I say.
And I am humbly the maintenance man, the janitor, the cleanup dude. I stick, the
He's
little
more
pointy
than
thing.
all that.
Yeah, I stick the pointy thing in the trash and put it in the garbage. I'm Storm Norton, the General.
Chief Bottle Washer, BKS1.
Yes. Welcome to the show, everybody. We're going to talk about some things. Shout out to everybody that's watching us live right now on YouTube. One of our YouTubes, because we got shut down from one. But shout out to everybody that's watching us live now on Twitter. We are on Twitter live right now. We are on Periscope live right now. We are on Ustream live right now. We are on WBKS1.com, the mother site, live right now. And also, we are streaming on Facebook. So we are everywhere.
That's a lot.
No excuse not to catch the Man Cave Morning Show.
No excuses.
Yeah, and we coming to you this morning. We're going to talk about several things. We're going to talk about Cory Booker and his passionate speech.
And shout out to Cory Booker.
We're going to talk about some people that is cooning out
Senator.
there. Yeah, some people that's cooning out there and just.
You see coons, General?
Yes.
I see coons.
Yes, we're going to hear from a coon.
Put my glasses on. Look, coon is coon.
Yeah, and one of the questions that was sent to us is this question right here. Let me see if I have it up. I may not have it up, but I may. Yes. Is it okay for women to propose to men? Do you see a problem with a woman proposing to a man? I want to know. I want y'all to keep it real, keep it honest, keep it funky, because you're on the Man Cave Morning Show. So I'm going to go right to Dr. J. Sir, what's wrong with a woman proposing to a man, bruh?
Listen, the way how the world is set up right now today, it's not that it's wrong, but just me personally, I'm traditional. So if any marriage is happening, it gotta be because I got down on one knee and gave her a ring versus me getting the ring, because I'm gonna feel weird about that.
All right. Okay. All right. Yo, would you ever propose to a man?
I'm a traditional type of person, so that's not kind of what I strive to do. I don't know. I kind of would hope that the guy would propose to me. That's not my role.
Roles? It's not your role.
I I don't know. That's just, is the woman supposed to do something like that? Like
traditionally speaking, nah.
So who got a problem with it? I mean,
isn't it the culture of, you know, I don't want to say the man taking ownership of the woman, but like it's, I don't know. I feel like he's the leader in the relationship.
Well, traditionally speaking, from what I know, if we're going to talk about it from a religious point, all across, it's always the man that, you know, initiates the marriage. Even if it's an arranged marriage, you know, if it's an arranged marriage, it's usually like, you know, a matchmaker that's involved and, you know, they get married. It's never the woman, you know, proposing or being the one to initiate the wedding or, you know, the marriage.
Okay. All right, clap yourself up. Yeah. Woo? What say you?
I'm a traditionalist. Do I have a problem with it? I mean, personally, I think the man should propose to the woman. Now, to the society that we're living in now, where we see that gender roles are being blurred and skewed, and things are becoming obfuscated now in this society,
right.
It kind of encourages men and women to exchange roles.
Right.
You can call me old-fashioned, but you asked me what I thought and what my preference was. And I think that to set the tone for the relationship as the man, as the spiritual leader of the union, that the man should propose first. Now, by leader, that means someone who is quick to serve. So before these feminists call and start yelling and screaming, please understand the definition that I have as a leader. The man is the person responsible to consult God first. Once he gets the directions from God, he gives it to the family. See? Leader. So the leader should be the one to initiate the proposal. Even though if your woman proposed to you or whatever, or some woman proposed to me, okay. But you asked me what my preference was, because as we know, car has 4 wheels. You can put a donut on the car and it'll still run. But it's better when all 4 tires are the same size. Thank you.
Okay, all right, clap it up. I'm all with the tradition and all of that. I just think we live in a non-traditional society. A lot of things that we used to see as tradition, they ain't tradition no more. People do things different now. You know what I'm saying? I think like if you're gonna give so much, and ladies don't get mad, but if we're gonna give so much independence to the women and women's rights and this and this and that, now the woman is this and there's all this women empowerment movements and everything like that. If a woman does decide to propose to a man she's been with forever, I actually see nothing wrong with it. However, I would prefer to propose, you know.
Right.
In my situation, let me try to think. Did I propose to my wife or did she?
Or was it mutual? Was it a mutual thing?
It was sort of mutual. It was sort of mutual.
See, that's different. But she proposed to you.
She basically, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how I went down. I don't care what y'all think, but we were talking, and I gotten so used to us being together all the time, and she was, you know, she had her own place, and then she would stay with me a lot and everything.
Right.
And I was like, we got to fix this so you never have to go home.
Yes.
That's basically what I said, something to that effect. And she said, well, make an honest woman of me then. Marry me, basically. So I said, okay, let's do it. That's how it went down. Basically, that's how it went down.
That's what's up. Mrs. General.
I literally hear that in her voice.
That's what's up. Okay.
I literally hear her voice saying that in my head.
Yeah, so that's how it went down. So
who proposed to who then?
Like, basically,
it was like an agreement.
Right.
Yeah, I think we both
like
just said. Yeah. I think we both kind of did or whatever. You know,
I love that. I love that story, by the way.
Yeah, and I was proposed to before by women, and you know, that's a whole nother story.
Did you say yes?
I'm sorry. I'm about to date myself.
Or did you say no?
That's a whole nother story. Shout out to Billy, Doctor of Styles Lewis on the check-in. Shout out to Kirk. Let's give some shout out. Shout out to Pie Lady. Pie Lady was good. Shout out to Denise Sparrow, Shocky Prime, Sunita, the Mez. What's up? Ramez, what's up? Randolph Hunter. What's up, Randy? Keisha, John Franklin, Perry Green, Cuzzo. What's good? Share this out because we're gonna go in. You know how we do with the Man Cave Morning Show. We escalate and we go up as we talk about our topic, and some of the other things we're gonna talk about. Y'all gonna be either smiling or real upset or just like in awe, like what, really? But it's going down. But I want to know from y'all: is it okay for women to propose to men? Is it okay for women to propose to men? And if you know. Whatever side of the fence you're on, please call in and let us know at 646-233-1302. Again, that's 646-233-1302. Yeah, I
have a quote. What do you think about this? I have a quote to ask you. Though women have more power to move the relationship closer to the marriage, they still want the man to ask.
I agree.
Yeah, let's wrap that up. I agree.
Have more power to move the relationship closer to marriage. So they're the reason why you're ultimately getting to the point of being able to feel comfortable enough to ask for marriage.
Yeah.
So,
agreed.
Yeah. Pie Lady said, not okay for me, but I would propose to Corey. Come on, Corey Booker.
Okay. Pick up.
Hello.
Hey.
Well, we're going to get to him.
Good morning, Denise.
Sis.
Good morning. Yes. And make sure y'all share this out. Everybody that's listening to the sound of our voice, share this out. If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube live watching us, if you're watching us on Twitter, Periscope, share it out. And if you're on WBKS1.com, share it out. If you're watching us on Ustream, we all over, baby. If you're listening to us at the sound of our voice on the TuneIn app, share that. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So many ways to listen now to BKS1 Radio and the Man Cave Morning Show. We are all over, baby. And we are coming for you in 2018. I don't know. I got some little facts here. Let's see if I can pull them up. You know, I'm always digging up something. This is 5 very real reasons why women still can't propose to men. Ooh. So let's see if we can break this down. And shout out. This is from Brides. From brides.com. And let me see. Let me read number 1 to you guys and see if y'all agree, man. And we're going to keep it honest. We're going to keep it funky. Number 1, people pity you. Wow.
What?
Oh, you poor thing. You proposed to him.
What?
Do y'all agree with that? That people pity women that propose to men?
No. We're already getting off to the bad foot.
So break down what their reasoning for it. And again, shout out. This comes from brides.com. All right. So do y'all agree with that? I want to know. Yeah, they pity you. Slow down.
This is 5 real reasons why women still can't propose.
Right there.
People pity you. Oh, you poor thing, you proposed to him. Women fear their friends and family offering some weird mix of support and compassion were telling them they proposed. Which is crazy because guess what? They didn't ask for your shoulder to cry on.
No doubt.
Exactly. Yeah, that's how I feel. It's like
Clap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We fear that we look weak and desperate. That's our non-commitment gentle, willing to let the years ride out so far.
Sorry. So you're not exercising your power,
right? Shout out to Flash. Flash was good.
You're not feeling empowered.
Yeah.
Okay, so you exercise your power to ask me to marry you. How does that make you weak? I don't understand.
It does not make you weak.
And then
shout out to Julius Gray and shout out to Plain
Yeah, that's
Jackson.
a little sexist.
No, wait. They end with the only difference between a man and women proposing is the genitals of the person on one knee.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't even know what to do with that.
So do y'all agree with that? So nobody on the panel agrees with that.
No.
What's the second one?
Tradition is supposedly very romantic. People find tradition romantic. Like, think about Thanksgiving, where we're taught to get together with the family to sip wine and eat lavish meals, all with so much of thought that toward a prescriptive celebration of whatever. Okay, this is a little interestingly worded. Anyway, but we have to let tradition be a choice and not a mandate. Okay, that's all right. How do you feel?
I agree. I mean, if you're going to look at the tradition thing, you know, and what my parents did and what your grandparents may have did or whatever like that, you know, the man proposing to the woman, then cool. If you're going to look at it as tradition, but I'm just saying nothing's traditional anymore, and not saying that's a good or a bad thing. You know, certain things should change. Certain ways we used to do things, it should change. But this is something that everybody feels as though the man should propose to a woman.
I concur. How traditional is the society that we live in now? Traditionally, the woman stayed at home, the man went to work. Traditionally, to make ends meet, people work 40 hours a week. Raise your hands and tell me if you work 40 hours. Anyone on this panel work 40 hours a week? I certainly don't. I work more than 40 hours a week. So this idea. So what is traditional, right? I don't know if that particular statement applies to the society that we live in, because we spend so much time just trying to make ends meet that some of this tradition kind of goes out of the window.
Right.
And the family is non-traditional as well, right? So if two men want to get together, if two women want to get together, right? So what are you talking about? You know what I mean?
Yeah, true indeed. And again, we are right now from brides.com. We're talking about 5 very real reasons why women still can't propose to men. What's the next one?
Some places even have laws about women proposing.
Some places have laws
Yeah.
about women proposing. Go ahead, read that while I look this up.
What?
Some places
Apparently,
got laws.
women in Finland can only propose to their fellows on leap years.
In
February
Finland, you said?
29th.
That's interesting.
We ain't in
It's for
Finland.
good luck.
Yeah, we ain't in Finland.
We ain't in
That happens in
Finland.
Scotland. This happens in Scotland too. Scotland too.
We ain't in Scotland
No.
either.
Okay.
Next.
Yeah.
This list sucks.
Women have been taught
Let's
to
talk
be
about
passive.
DACA. This sucks. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. What's the other one?
Women have been taught to be passive.
You can't propose because you're passive?
Because you were thought to be passive?
Thought to be passive?
Yeah.
Women have been taught
Who's
to
passive?
be passive.
Who's passive in America? What American woman is passive?
So since
Nah.
they're pretty much saying since we disrupt the status quo, okay, we're not so much traditional anymore. Women tend to think they should be feminine, which means waiting for the guy to ask you on a date, waiting for a guy to buy you a drink, a guy for you to send the message on Tinder, but otherwise you're desperate or slutty.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to cut you off.
Yeah,
You're one of the most feminine people I know. You're not passive. What are they talking about?
Yeah.
What are they talking about?
Boo to brides.com.
Boo.
We're reviewing articles out here, okay?
Yeah,
'Cause
okay.
we did our research.
Okay.
Hello, wait a minute. How are you giving us trash
Bang,
right now?
bang.
That's fine. It's
Keep
fine.
it pushing.
Sometimes you gotta, because they're kind of the devil's advocate to the conversation.
All right,
so I feel like we view marriage more as they're kind of, it's not a dominance thing. Do you think it's a dominance thing?
No.
Do you think it's a ritual thing?
Well, do I think marriage is a dominance thing?
Yeah.
No.
And do you think? But it's a ritual.
Marriage
Ultimately,
is a
at the
ritual.
end of the day.
And we're talking about the fact that these rituals have changed, I guess, in our society. I would assume, right?
Yeah.
Because this quote says, "A man asking a woman to wed is a ritual that's very powerful," says Bradford Wilcox from University of Virginia.
I don't know. Let me see.
I think this is more of a sociology question. I feel like that's why it's kind of hard to talk about it, because isn't that it could be obvious to some people, but it could be like hey, let's actually argue this. Like, why are you're questioning the social construct of marriage?
Right.
With this question.
Yeah.
Right. Shout out to Flash. Flash said, "Good morning, group. I'm sorry being late. Love y'all convos. What are we talking about this morning? We are talking about, is it okay for a woman to propose to a man?" And shout out to Soup. Soup said, "Morning, folks." And on that one, she said, "Boo" about pitying women and all of that.
Yeah, I mean,
but she said, "I proposed to my husband."
Yeah, she said she proposed to her husband. Did you? For real? Okay. All right. Shout out to Suzette Crawford. Hey, Susie.
She said, "In my case, my husband had a difficult first marriage, and he was gun shy."
Okay. All right. Julius Gray said, "I have a question for you guys. If a woman proposes to a man, do you think he feels emasculated?"
What? I'm sorry.
That's a fair question.
Go ahead. Break it down, Will.
I'm making noises. My last girlfriend, if she would have proposed to me, I would have said yes. So, hypocritical moment number 3080. Yes, yet again. I have a preference, but if she would have, hey, let's get married, I would not have felt emasculated at all. I mean, she was a very powerful person. I'm a very powerful person. Her power doesn't threaten me in any way, right? And my masculinity is not threatened by a woman being assertive. You understand? Now, I do believe in traditional. I do believe in there's a difference between a man and a woman, and I believe in the roles that we play. I believe in equality, not sameness. So men and women are not the same. But for me to feel emasculated by a woman that I love asking me to marry, not me personally, and I'm about as alpha male and rah 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 as they get, but no, not at all, not at all.
All right, okay. Let's read some comments from the chat.
I like what Ty had to say. Depends on the couple. Some men feel less than a man when a woman proposes. Many men feel the need to be the head of the household to steer the ship and make the decisions in the relationship.
Okay, let's clap it up for Ty. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I mean, isn't that the kind of dynamic you'd want in a relationship? Like your man being the head of the household?
Do you see me as a hypocrite when I say I believe that the man should be the head of the household in lieu of what I just said? I'm asking the question.
No, I think so too.
I believe that the man should be the head of the house.
Right.
I said it.
So
what?
So with that being said, so then you think the man always should propose to the woman then? Basically.
Okay, well then I'm a hypocrite because I don't believe that. I believe that you can be the head of the household and be in a marriage that the woman started. Right? That sounds crazy. Okay, fine. So that's just me. I mean, look, I'm out here to be wrong. Dig it. Like I don't feel threatened by a woman saying let's get married. Like I prefer it.
Let's take this a step back.
It's no threat to my masculinity or my leadership ability at all.
Let's talk about let's talk about dating real quick and courtship. Do you think it's all right that a woman should ask you out? Like, hey, can I, can you be my boyfriend?
Depends on the woman.
Yeah, it kind of goes with the question, how should you feel if a woman proposed to a man? You know what I'm saying? So then here's my question. What makes it okay for a woman to ask a guy out, but what makes it not okay for her not to propose?
Some women are very aggressive. And we'll ask a guy out. If he's taking too long. Sometimes men are dumb. We're dumb. And
we are.
And we don't get the hint.
No, we don't.
We don't get the hint, and we're slow when it comes to certain things. And
we are slow.
I've been in a lot of situations where I didn't know a certain person liked me or was feeling me.
Yes.
I just thought, they thought I was cool, whatever like that, whatever. And I couldn't even see through it. And then somebody had tapped me on my shoulder, be like, Norm, she's feeling you. She likes you, bro.
Yes.
I like you.
And I'm like,
and I want you.
And I'm like, really?
The choice is yours.
For real? I'm like, I don't see that. And sometimes we're done. So we wait so long and we take so long to do things. A woman might say, hey, you know what? Let's go out for drinks for sometime, or let's go out to a movie or dinner or something.
And General Norm is clearly an alpha male. But what did he say? He wasn't aware that this is how we are slow. That is very, very true. We can be aggressive and assertive in the head of whatever. A lot of times, women get the vision before the man, right? A lot of times, women say, look, last relationship I was in, chick was like, we need to get, I was like, you so right, baby. Because I was just happy, like, hey, we together. Hey, we made love. Hey, and the woman was like, look. If you want to reap the benefits of my company, we need to solidify this as a relationship. And I was like this, why didn't I think of that? Like, you know what I mean? So in that instance, she was taking the lead, right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
All right. I'm just slow. And a lot of men are. Men are slow.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
Let's clap it up for us being slow.
Clap, 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 clap. I'm sure you agree, yo. Are we not slow?
The choice is yours.
Listen, I just feel like on a base of religiousness, if that's a word. I sometimes make up words.
Right.
On base of religiousness, like it says when a man finds a wife, not the other way around. So
it says when a man finds a wife. And let's go to to Prince Bannister's comment. He said, "He that finds a wife obtains favor with God." So it says, "He that finds a wife obtains favor with God," not she that finds a husband.
No, I mean, hey,
obtains favor with God.
Yeah,
so I mean, if you want to break it down that way, yeah, and if you're a religious person or whatever,
unless of course you think God is a woman, then
that's a whole
that goes
nother
out
topic,
the window.
bro.
We're not going there. Don't call me with no Bible. I just was raising a point. Don't call the station. Send me to hell, please. No, not what I'm saying.
Yeah, Julius Gray said, "I do appreciate an assertive woman." Yeah, me too.
Assertive, not aggressive.
Yeah, and Soup
Assertive.
says, "If you propose, does that mean he didn't find you?" Ooh, if you propose, does that mean he didn't find you? Exactly. Yeah, that's true indeed.
So Norm, you mutually proposed to one another.
Basically,
you didn't find Mrs. Gent. Come on, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Now? At this point, what are you talking about?
But I actually, and I ain't gonna put him on blast.
Go ahead.
A very popular guest that's been on our show, and he's friends to the fam. Straight out of Compton. He would say, he probably would say, 'cause I think we had this conversation. He'd be like, if a man let a woman propose to him, he a punk. But that's his vibe. That's
Let me
his
know
vibe.
how that works out for you, champ.
Yeah. But you know what?
Go ahead.
I guess he had his valid reasons for saying that. I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way.
General, if you find your ride or die, which you have, if you legitimately find your ride or die chick, who cares? Like if your minds meet and you're one spiritually,
right,
and physically, and your values are similar,
right,
and your ride or die, you just kind of look at each other like, let's get it. You know what I mean? That might not be the traditional "will you marry me" or whatever, but sometimes you can be overcome with emotions to say, listen, let's go. And she goes, yes. That might not be your fairy tale, what you're seeing on television.
Right.
But when souls meet, they meet. And when they meet, it's not about the gender of the person connecting.
Right.
Sorry.
So we're now talking about mutual
Nick.
infatuation, right? Because
when two souls meet,
right.
When two soulmates meet, a lot of times when you meet your soulmate, it's not about that traditional, will you marry me, blah, 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 blah. You kind of know there's a spark there. And whoever says the words first, that's cool.
Right.
But the bond and the union, the successful marriage is what's important, not who asked.
So that means
That's
it's
what I mean.
no longer traditional, which means we are completely being biased to everything that we just said before.
What do you mean?
Right?
What do you mean?
No, I'm saying
Explain.
if we're talking about like mutuality and the natural connections of souls and everything, and it doesn't matter who acts is, because as long as y'all are comfortable with what's going on in your relationship, then it can't be a traditional thing where the man is asking the woman, "Will you marry me?" That's what I'm saying. Like, are we going to be biased, or
when you say biased, what do you mean, Jay?
I'm saying, like, earlier we all said, traditional is proper. Traditional
Well, I
is
prefer.
right.
Yeah, I was the one that said I prefer. That
Yeah,
the
we
man,
all
blah,
we
blah,
all
blah,
had a
blah.
preference leaning
Right.
towards tradition, but now
Yes.
we're kind of leaning away from that preference and saying, if it's mutual infatuation and it's like, oh, let's get married, or she says, oh, let's get married, and you just say, okay, that's technically her asking you.
Hey Jay,
I'm just making sure.
I got you. Hey Jay, over 40, out of one marriage, but grown man, I don't give a damn.
See,
I don't give a damn at this point.
And I understand.
I don't. At 23, that might have been a different.
But for the
argument I
young
was
whippersnapper, you know what I'm saying?
I just say,
I've never been married before. I just want to be able to say that I asked my wife to marry her.
Yes.
I at least want that experience. I wanted to do the whole 9 yards.
And you
ask her dad's permission to have his daughter, hand in marriage. I want to
let me
do
ask you a
all of
question.
that.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm just saying.
No, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Is your woman ride or die?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna leave it right there.
Is she?
I ain't calling.
She's ride or die?
Yes,
your woman is ride or die, right?
Facts.
So wait. So I'm about to go there with you. So if your girl was like, look, partner, let's do this. You all discombobulated. You love her. She's already ride or die. Who gives a damn? I'm asking you if your woman was like, yo,
and I'm gonna answer you.
The show is successful. We just made a boatload of money. Let's get it, Duke. I want a baby. You gonna be like, no, because I didn't ask you first. She's ride or die, bro.
Look, just because we playing devil's advocate right now, we actually talked about this, and I said to her, I would feel a little bit weird that you asked me to marry me, but I'm gonna still say yes. And then you know what was her response? You better
listen.
Where's
my reverb?
No,
you are a hypocrite.
Hold on. We gonna elaborate on this matter.
Yes, give me the reverb. Go ahead, I'm listening.
So
clean it up.
So then it became a thing of
there's a couple on this panel.
No,
she's traditional.
I'm just singing.
Hold on. Wait. It became a thing of when I asked. So what you saying is you would ask me for my hand in marriage, and she said, "Hell no, you better get down on one knees." And I was like, I knew it.
Don't obfuscate. I'm saying if you're ride or die chick, right? We get picked up by CNBC. I get to quit my day job. We do this for a living, and it's the end of the year, and your chick is like, "Yo, the bag has been secured. I want a baby. Let's get married." You're gonna be like, "No, sir," because I did not marry the ass of
Look, I'll give you my honest answer.
Whatever. Go
I'll
ahead.
give you my honest answer. In that moment, with ring or no ring, I will get down on one knees and I will say, "Baby, will you marry me?"
I just said she asked you first.
All right, but I'm telling you how I'm gonna respond. That's how I'm gonna respond.
After the woman asked you, you're then going to get on one knee. You're going to say yes after you get on the knee because she officially asked you.
Because I'm just digging the fact that we right there. She just asked me first, but I'm gonna just be that dude.
Let's read some comments. Let's read some comments. Welcome, Danielle. Welcome to the show.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Shout out to Flash. Flash, what's good, my dude? Most of the time, a woman will let you know when she is ready. Word. Men most of the time drag their feet when it comes to marriage.
Yes.
Because they don't want to be shot down. Yes. They already said, I want to get married. True indeed. Clap it up for Flash. Sandy said Julian plead the fifth.
Facts.
This general hilarious. She's hilarious.
Ty Williams said the traditional rules of marriage and relationships are shrouded in sexism. Oh, Ty, you gonna have to break that down. Now, what you trying to say? The traditional rules of marriage and relationships are shrouded in sexism. That's deep. You need to call into the show. The number is 646-233-1302. Yeah, call into the show. Break that down.
That's my people, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to Ty. We love Ty Williams.
So you know.
Hi,
Danielle said, "I'm old fashioned. The man proposes." Yes, I feel you, Danielle. Clap it up for Danielle. Look, tomorrow on the show, we're gonna have the What's Happening music. Every time Danielle joins in, we're gonna have the
I'm gonna get the beret, my Fat Boy Revon board.
Yes. Yeah, no doubt. Shout out to Soups. Trish said, Patricia Collins wrote, she said, I don't think so. My husband found me, pursued me, but was slow in asking, so I helped him out.
Right.
He could have said no, or that he is not ready. Out of all the friends that got married, when we did, we are the only ones still married.
Yep.
Woo.
Yep.
It hasn't been easy.
Yes.
But it has been worth it.
Yes.
Wow. Drop a bomb on that.
Yes.
Okay, Soups. Tell us how you really feel.
Sometimes we sometimes we need help. No, I'm just saying. Sometimes, Yolanda, I believe in the sanctity of marriage. A man and woman should be good. Blah blah blah. You're looking at me like, but you ain't asked me to marry you, like knocker. And then you be like, so if that's what you're saying, Dawu, let's get out. I'll be like, whew, yes, let's.
Yeah, I feel you.
I agree with you.
Shout out to Gene Thomas, just joined in on FB. Shout out to Derek Skinner. What's up, D Skinner?
Skinner.
And then Danielle said, one day I'm going to surprise you guys and call in. Anytime you're welcome to call in. But if you just joined us, yes, we are talking about, is it okay for women to propose to men? And Julius Gray said earlier, he brought up a sub question. You know, does the man feel emasculated if a woman proposes?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
No.
I mean, I didn't when it happened to me. I didn't feel emasculated.
I mean, I have a separate question.
I was just like, okay, well, being that you proposed, honey, okay, go buy the ring. Nah, I'm just kidding. Just jokes.
Because we are
Just
equals.
jokes.
Give me some of that equal money. You buy the ring. We're equal.
I'm just kidding.
Question.
Oh, we got a caller.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Caller from the 347. State your name when you're calling from. You on the Man Cave Morning Show.
This is Ty. I'm calling from Jersey.
Hey, Ty. Welcome to the show.
What up, Ty? How are you?
How are you?
Please break down that point you made.
Okay. I don't know everybody's name, but the young guy on the end, he had said, that he wanted to ask his future wife's father's hand for her hand in marriage. That right there is part of the sexism that I'm talking about. We women were property. We were raised to be married off. And then, the guy would come to our father and ask for our hand. And they were given permission or not, and it wasn't necessarily our choice. Mm-hmm. And then they would pack us up, and they would, there would be a dowry, something, a little something to sweeten the pot. Mm. And, we would be taken off to be wife to another man, to some man and take care of his house and his family.
Right.
That act is still very sexist. We make it romantic now, and just as the article said, tradition is romantic. Right. Tradition is sexist, but we make it romantic because we don't want to be those sexist people anymore.
Right. Right. Let's clap it up for
That's
Ty.
Definitely.
No. You know what? If you put it that way, women were always viewed as property. I get you. So let me ask you: would you propose to a man?
Yeah, actually, my husband, he's deceased. I'm a widow. Mm-hmm. But we kind of decided, we were talking and everything was going well. And I said to him, "Let's get married." He was like, "Yeah, let's get married." 2 weeks later, we were married. So I mean, like I said, it depends on the couple. Some men, that's not for them, and you have to know your man. You can't, if your man is very, alpha male, macho, he wants to run everything. Mm-hmm. And, we as women, we have men like that, and they think that they're and some men know that they're not running everything, but, the whole facade, we let them feel that way, and they're happy with that. But like women, we've always had to give clues. We've always had to play coy. We've always had to kind of dumb ourselves down in order to make men feel, and I'm not a sexist, you know what I mean? Okay. But to make men feel comfortable, because this is the society we live in. We can't look at those rules that Bride Magazine put out and act like we don't know where they come from or that none of it's true. There's a lot of that still going on, which is why Hillary Clinton, is not president now. Right. Because I women, a lot of people don't feel like women should be in certain places still.
Wow. She was dropping some bombs. Woo, what you think, man?
I think Ty is right.
Yeah, she definitely is.
No, I agree. And I'm glad, she kind of broke that down for me, because I was like, huh? And then she broke it down, and then she said also too that there's nothing wrong with a woman proposing to a man.
Listen, all joking aside, when you're with an intelligent, empowered woman, right, that can articulate a point the way this woman just did,
absolutely,
what you gonna do, fam? I'm just asking a question. You could be alpha male, all you woman, you need to do this and you need to do that. When your woman is this enlightened, right, what you gonna be like? No, babe, we can't get married because I didn't ask.
Right,
you gonna look stupid. That's all I'm saying. I am a traditionalist. I am rah, all the time.
Right.
But you got a strong, independent black woman. That's what you got.
Absolutely.
Just saying.
Yeah, let's clap it
No,
up.
that's interesting. Because she pretty much the 3 points that I just pretty much grasped from it was, 1, hashtag we romanticize sexism. Hear you. And then I can understand what she's saying because I tend to be rebellious in my relationship. Like, because, I just, in my head, I think it's right for the man to have the dominant part of the relationship. But I'm sassy anyway, so I'm already going to be rebellious. So it's hard. I hear what she's saying. Like,
oh, God.
the dynamic of how the relationship
Hey, yo,
goes.
let me ask you a question.
Yeah, I'm annoying.
Let me ask you something.
But see, the reason why you're comfortable with that is because you've agreed to it. You knew that was the case, and you said, "All right, we can do this." You know your power, and you're willing to step aside and play, behind the scenes while he, stands front and center. You know what I mean? And that's fine in a relationship. That's fine. We women do that all the time because men still need to feel a certain way. Well, not all men, but some men. You know what I mean? So I get what you're saying. I'm sassy too when I feel like it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna make dinner, but I'm gonna make dinner when I feel like making dinner.
You're not. You're not sassy. Just empowered.
Yeah, I'm not even going to talk about sassy women because I know my wife listens to this show.
Next show.
Yeah.
No sassy women.
Should we make that a topic?
No, really. Real talk.
Women.
Real talk. Yes.
Is it women? Should we say overall women with attitudes or
women with attitudes?
Ty, let me ask you a
black
question.
women with attitudes? That's going to cause a problem.
No. Well, I don't want to get killed.
Wait.
Women
Ty,
with
can I
attitudes.
ask you a question? What's your zodiac sign?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I'm a Gemini.
Oh, okay.
Oh, interesting.
All right.
Did you just really ask her what's her zodiac sign?
Yeah, he did.
Yes, he did.
Hey, girl.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
girl.
just got this conspiracy
What's
in
your
my
sign?
head.
I'm
No,
a Capricorn.
stop. Can I just say, we can go in on it on another show, but zodiac sign is not only based on your one, like Aries, like I'm an Aries, I'm more April 4th, but
Aries
my
in the
whole
house.
zodiac isn't just that. There's a thing called the 7th house.
Yeah.
The 7. There's like a structure, and you are actually different signs.
You're an Aries. You're April Aries. I'm a
Right,
March
yeah,
Aries.
it's your sun sign, and your moon, and your rising, and all of that, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Just letting y'all know.
Oh, and I just wanted to...
It's more complicated.
This is that
than
moment when you
are.
just look into the camera.
The sun rises in the east and delivers in the west. Therefore, I got a question for you. You said you believe in traditional relationships. You believe in the man should be the head, right? Now watch this.
Who?
In your own inevitable way, if your man is wrong, right? You can I don't know, broach the subject in a way that's not disrespectful, right? But get your point across. Let's say your man is leading the relationship down the drain with his alpha male, I am the leader behind. There's no way in the world as an Aries you're going to be like, I'm going to ride with that. Now, when you bring the issue up in a loving way, in a way that, it's cool for both of you.
Right.
Does it matter who's in charge? You're saying, hey, honey, this is not the right thing to do, right? And the man's going to do what as the head? He's going to turn his head to say, babe, you're right. Now, if you're overbearing and overpowering and obnoxious, then the man is going to be less likely to listen to what you have to say. But if you present it to your man in a way that he can understand, because you know who your man is, you know his personality, right? You have now made a decision, but you weren't the head. Am I right or wrong?
Man, well, go ahead.
Who was that for, me or yo?
You asking yo? Go ahead, yo, because
Okay.
I'm going to read Danielle's comment.
Okay.
No, I'm going to piggyback with the caller because she
got fucked. I'm asking you, not the caller.
No, I want to hear what you
That's my friend, but I know what she's going to say. That's why I'm asking you.
Okay, ask me.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. We're in a relationship. You and I are in a relationship. I'm the head of a relationship. I'm doing something wrong. Okay, you know my personality. You know how to approach me, right? In the way that you approach me, you're able to get me to see that what I'm doing and what I'm saying is not necessarily the right thing. Okay.
But you're answering the question for her.
Who's in charge? Well,
A seasoned woman knows how to sway her man in the direction that the relationship needs to go.
Yolanda,
I mean, a
what do you say?
seasoned woman.
Yeah,
what do you say?
I'm gonna have an input when it comes to making decisions.
Oh, my bad.
Yes, she did, but I want to hear what Yolanda has to say.
No, I'm saying I'm gonna want to have input. Like, when you're in a relationship, my voice matters too.
Of course,
and that's
it does.
what I hope that's if you have that value to where my voice matters too, then that's the type of relationship I want to be.
So
you know what I
if
mean?
the man values the woman's voice,
yeah,
then her voice has weight.
Yeah.
Even though he's dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
So in
okay.
Should the
Did I
man
clean
have
it
the
up for you?
final say in a relationship? Should the man have the final say? Okay, you got your opinion, your view on things. Your view on things, he got his view on things, but if he says this is the way I want it to be, is it something wrong with that? Or is that considered controlling? Because every little thing now, women are deeming as controlling.
Give me some.
Yes.
Give me some.
Yeah, I'm
Give me
just
some of
now.
that.
I'm just keeping it 100.
Give me some of
Every
that.
little thing now, women are deeming.
Yes, you don't
controlling.
run me. I have my own.
Yeah,
Or
it's true. It's true because I say it too. I'll be like, you're controlling. Like, you know, I want to have an input. I want to have my input too. Like, just because
I'm right there with
just
you.
because my input is different than yours doesn't necessarily mean mine is right. I mean, wrong. Mine is wrong.
So if the final result, the final say so is, what you know what? I hear you, but this is what I think is best right now. So we're going to do it this way. Is that wrong?
Let me
in
piggyback
a relationship.
And then what about?
Let me piggyback.
Hold on,
off
wait.
that.
Because sometimes y'all guilty of not letting a
Let me
man just
piggyback.
be a man.
I got
Let me
you. You
piggyback
can
off
Let a man
piggyback,
be
but
a
let me
man.
just put
Go
one
ahead,
thing
go
in there.
ahead.
What about when there's an issue to be resolved, right? And because you're so completely protesting, oh, I'm controlling this, that, and the third, I'm like, all right, so honey, how do you want to solve this? Crickets. Crickets. But
So-
the minute I say something, oh, you're controlling, blah, 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 blah,
Let me
blah,
add,
blah,
let me
blah.
add an additional wrinkle to this conversation, if I may. If there are two opposing opinions, but each opinion has value, my opinion has value, the woman's opinion has value, right? They are both equal. They are a point of view. You can handle it this way, General, and you can handle it that way. Either way is equal in a way, right? Now, the man says we need to handle it like this. You're controlling. You don't tell me what to do. Blah, 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 blah. Listen, I just said that there are two equal opinions here and two valuable opinions here, right? Now, what do? And you can't say we're going to agree to disagree. We have to make a decision. I then, as a man, say, this is what we're going to do. Boom. You're sexist. You're controlling. You're this. You're that. I just said they're two equal things here. You see what I'm saying? So now what do? Am I sexist because I assert to say that, listen, my point of view is as valuable as yours is. We're going to do this.
Here's the whole thing, too.
Or the woman saying mine is, and we're going to do that.
And I'm
But
saying,
you
is
have
it
to-
sexist in the other way,
and
too?
hold
You
on.
have
We do
to
what the woman
trust
wants you to
each
do.
other. You have to trust each other. There are going to be some situations where, listen, babe, I just ultimately have to make the call. Fine. There are going to be times where it goes the other way around. It happens.
Thank you.
Repeat that.
And look, brothers, I'm sorry. Sometimes we gotta let a woman be a woman too.
Of course.
Exactly.
You know,
Of course.
They change their mind a lot.
Of course.
They bring up old stuff and want to argue with you about it. Now let me stop going there.
But in the instance where the man is saying, listen, they're both equal, right? Don't come at me with I'm sexist or I'm controlling, whatever.
Stop,
because in the
stop
same
that.
way, I gotta take low sometimes. You know what, babe, you got that. Equally, and for a successful relationship, equally, you have to be able to say, you know what, you got that.
Yeah.
And just ride it.
Yeah, and don't take it the wrong way when I
No.
say sometimes you got to let a man be a man, but it's the truth.
And
in
it is.
in a relationship. And when we start talking about emasculating and all of that, you know what I'm saying?
New show.
Don't take certain things away from me as a man.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
What does that mean? You got to let a man be a man.
It's certain things like okay, look, from the beginning of time, and see, I know you was gonna go there, Ty, just from your sexist comment earlier that you made about that. But it's real talk. Men have certain ways. It's certain ways we do it, and it's not controlling. It's just that we may want certain things being done a certain way. We want to handle things a certain way.
Well, isn't that everybody?
No. It's just like when it comes to certain things with the house or whatever. Like I know if my wife was like, Norm, I'm going to cut the grass. I'm going to do the lawn. I know that's my thing. That's my thing. And I know this is really going to sound a certain way sexist. I'll be like, you know what? You handle, You handle the kitchen and the dishes. I'll do the heavy work. I'll do the heavy work because I don't want her to go out and hurt herself or push the lawnmower. She got a bad back or whatever like that. So that's just me being a man. Just let me handle this heavy work. You go handle this.
And what if she had a PhD in landscaping? Like, what I'm saying is, like,
see, why you got to throw that at me? See, Tom?
Oh, hey, males and females, we all basically have the same feeling. We all have our expertise and our things that we're not good at. You know, so when you say let a man be a man, like there's a certain things that you're really talking about. And I think this is what I'm saying. We say these things and we don't think about what they mean. You know, so you're saying let a man be a man or let a woman be a woman. What does that mean? Like, does that mean, you know, let a woman change her mind and be indecisive? And that's not all of us women. Some of us know what we want. Some of us are you know, when you bring up a point and we're like, okay, you know what, I can do that. We're willing to sacrifice a little of this or a little of that, or, you know, to come to a even meet or whatever. That's not necessarily us being indecisive.
Hold on.
That's not wanting to, you know, argue.
All right, Ty, hold up. I'm trying to figure out how to block your number.
Oh.
Just kidding. We love you.
I did not condone that.
No, listen. Let me ask a question.
And I got something
let me say what Julius Gray said. Julius Gray said,
my wife is loving you right now, Ty.
The man may be the head of the household, but the woman is the neck, and she can direct the head in any direction.
Right.
Let me. I got.
What you?
I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, go ahead.
The whole man-woman thing. Check this out. It's 11 o'clock at night. Your woman goes, oh, I want to get some juice. The man goes, I'll get it. The woman goes, I could get it myself. The man goes, nah, no. I'm going to get up out of the bed and get this juice. Why? I got the car keys. I can do everything for myself. I feel like that I don't want you in danger. That's sexist. You can't prevent me from blah, 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 blah,
and that's
blah,
a case, a classic case of just let a man be a man. He's trying to protect you.
So now, when I go,
okay, I'll give you that.
You know what? Well, hold. So when I go,
Ty.
So when I go, yo, check this out, Duke. In the neighborhood that we live in, I'm going to get the juice. This is what's going to go down. Now we fighting. Either I'm going to go get the juice, or ain't no juice going to get got. Bang, boom, blah, 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 fight for 3 different hours. Then we have makeup sex. In that instance, that's the man saying no. Even though you're opinionated and powerful, my woman is not going into the streets at 3 o'clock in the morning to get no juice just to prove a point. Either I'm getting it, or it ain't getting got. Now let's fight.
Absolutely.
That's a man being a man
It doesn't have to be a fight if you express what your intention is in the first place, and I think that's half the problem. We don't express what our intention is.
That's a man being a man.
If you're thinking, you know what, baby, I don't want you out there because it's dangerous. You know, I've got a little bit more bulk on me. I'll be able to fight somebody off if something happens. I'm going to help you to protect me. Yes. All right, baby. You know what? You got a knife in your pocket. You got this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not too stupid to support you in supporting me.
So Ty. So basically, by doing that, you're letting a man be a man. Correct?
Drop the bomb, yes, Squire. Drop the bomb. Air horn.
All right.
Drop the air horn.
All right. So now we see eye to eye. Unblocking Ty's number.
And woman, you do not have permission to call here anymore, woman. It's called the Man Cave Morning Show.
Now, shout out to Marie Thompson just joined in.
I just want to say,
she said, let me just read this comment.
Go ahead.
She said, I'm going to say thank you, babe. Yeah, if a man wanted to do it, she's going to say thank you, babe. I like Marie already, and she just joined the show. Shout out to Suzette Crawford. Oh, Suzette, then let me see what she wrote. Oh, she said, when I was growing up, my dad and brothers took out the trash. A man being a man. If I see the trash is full and my man isn't home, I'm taking it out.
Oh no!
Clap that up. I agree.
Oh no! Look. The tire is flat. Right? And it's wintertime outside. My big ass in the car and my woman changing the tire because we empowered. What?
You got that comment. So shout out.
What? No, Duke. No, you better get out there and change that tire, man.
Listen, Julius Gray was like, Then if she wants to cut the grass, then she's cutting the grass. Go on, Miss PhD.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna let you cut the grass too. I'm gonna act stupid.
And just like Suzette said, the trash is full. I'm taking it out. Like it needs to get done. Like that's how just things are. You know, if I feel like doing it, I'm gonna do it. But I am gonna expect my man to hop in. Like if there's an intruder in the house, I expect you to pop up, and I'm gonna go.
Every time
secure the kids.
We hear something funny style at the door when we in the bed. I get up with the nunchucks.
Yeah, as you should.
I get up with the nunchucks.
I expect you to.
I'll be like, babe. She be like, what's that? I'll be like, babe, stay right there. I come out with the nunchucks.
Ain't no woman's lived there.
Creeping around the hallway, around the corners of the wall.
That's
with
right.
my nunchucks in my Bruce Lee attack position. And I'm ready. I don't expect her to roll behind me.
No.
With me and my nunchucks.
And another example.
Man being a man.
Listen. We both got cars, right? We both got cars. Her car junky, my car good. She got somewhere to go. Guess who car she driving? I'm going to give her my car and fix her car. Because that's sexist? You feel what I'm saying? I can fix my own car. You ain't tell me what. I'm like, yo, babe, I got the bad. You follow what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Come on, man.
Listen, if your preference is to have a woman who has that quality, then that's just your preference. You don't have to.
Let's read. We got.
Let's read some comments.
Welcome.
Read a few more because I've been holding on to this thought too long. All right.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Shout out Ronetta Canyon.
Welcome, Ronetta.
Get the juice before dark. LOL, mom. But for real.
Yeah, that's true.
A woman should let a man be a man. And then D Donna says, "Oh, I'm okay with a man being a man. I'm not for taking out the trash, pumping gas, etc. Anyway, lead me, babe."
Yeah,
true.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
I have a question, and this is an example that actually happened. You and your man are, you've gone somewhere, and you get back in the car, and the car won't start. You got to replace the battery. Okay, so he drops the tool for the battery down, and you can't get it out of the the front of the engine, and he goes to get somebody to help, or go somewhere to solve the problem. Now you can get this battery out. Do you wait for him to come back and let a man be a man, or do you get the battery out of the car?
No, you go take that one.
Listen,
if you can help. We'll argue
Teamwork.
about we'll argue about who the man is and what my ego is doing at a later date. Listen, if you can help me, black woman, you can help this black man. I don't give a damn who the man is or who the man ain't. Blah, blah. And the brother should have said, "Thank you, honey. Appreciate you."
In a situation like that,
I hope he said thank you.
Thank you. That's all I'm gonna say. Julius?
My simple answer for that scenario would just be teamwork. If I know that you can get it and your hand might be smaller than mine or whatever the case is, if it's a space issue, something drop and you're nimble or more leverage, just get it. We working together because we not trying to be stuck at whatever time with how many cold degrees out in the cold, being man, woman, egotistical people, and just playing devil's advocate all night long because it's cold. I'm trying to go home just like you trying to go home. So let's work as a team, figure this out.
I hope that man was appreciative and said thank you.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yes, he was.
Wow, we
shout out.
We want to thank you for calling in.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
All right, you guys have a great day. It was a wonderful show, and I will see you tomorrow.
All right, see you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in.
Now back to my humble thought that I was holding for so long. As all of this conversation went buck wild.
Yes, go ahead, Dr. J.
Gunshot.
At the end of the day, I want to piggyback off of something that Yolande says. She says in her relationship, she believes that sometimes, she has to. What did you say? Something about making it hard for.
Sometimes I want to be sassy and be like,
right?
No,
you want to be sassy, right?
I want to do it this way. Right.
I mean, sassiness is cool. It kind of makes it puts a type of passion into the relationship because as a woman, I think it's okay. There's nothing wrong with a woman being expressive because I expect her to be expressive because we are social beings. But when it's a conversation of, we're trying to figure out something, and I'm constantly asking you, like, do you have a solution? And you don't have a solution, but I'm just being the one that's trying to think of the most simplest way or most logical way to, like, solve the problem so it doesn't reoccur, so we don't have reoccurring issues in the relationship. You got to understand that at that moment, I'm not trying to be controlling in the relationship. I'm just trying to make our relationship a lot more simpler so we could get out the rough waters and not be sailing like, a yacht in a 50-foot wave. You know what I'm saying? That's how I personally feel. And then I want to end my humble thought that I was holding so long by saying this. From my small amount of experience in dating, I've only had 4 girlfriends. I've dealt with a lot of females, but I've only had 4 girlfriends. There's been 4 lucky women that made it to the stage of having a title.
And now you found a ride or die. Have you not, young squire? Drop
the
bomb on
4th
yourself.
one
Drop
is
bomb on
definitely
yourself.
ride or
Sounds
die.
like his girlfriend is a pain in the ass.
She is not. But what I'm simply saying is this.
Whoever that is.
Food for thought. If you're going to be in a relationship, understand the point of being in that relationship is to grow. Therefore, do not spend time playing devil's advocate, ping-ponging, what you should have did and what you shouldn't have did, and, being that pain in the neck to the other one, and then reverse the role and be a pain in the neck to the other one, because all y'all gonna do is break y'all relationship up, and it ain't gonna be a happy life. They got a saying, they say happy wife, happy life. Yeah, that's cool, but at the same time, happy man, happy woman. Hello?
Clap that up, man. Damn, you need to get that off your chest, huh?
Yo, I've been holding that. Yo, I've been holding that one.
I promise you,
Wow,
I can't even stand.
Let's
my
read some
co-host.
comments from the
I
chat.
promise you, I can't. Listen, I got to shout out to everyone new that's watching us. I'm seeing a lot of new names up in here, and I'm glad you guys feel compelled to add to the discussion. I'm going to shout y'all out. Shout out Jane Malloy. What does let a man be a man even mean? Do you, people? Shout out Trina Stackhouse. I'm going to look at you with the side eye if I'm doing things that are expected from my man. In today's society, folks are no longer staying in their lane. I'm going to let a man be a man. Danielle Spencer says, yes, it's a partnership. You help each other out. No shading anybody's self-esteem. You are one. Hear you.
Clap that up.
Yes.
Dee says there's a difference between helping your man out and taking on his role.
Yes.
We got 2 D's, so now you got to specify.
And then
What D was that?
oh, D Donna.
D and Danielle Spencer.
D
Okay.
Donna,
She's
D
D too.
Donna.
Nah, go ahead.
What does that mean to take
Marie
over his
Thompson
role?
says there's a difference between helping and taking over and making him feel a certain way. True. I mean, if I feel a certain way, I'm sure my man's gonna feel a certain way too. Like you gotta have a balance. You gotta compromise.
Did we read
yourself.
Shakira's comment? Shakira said that has nothing to do with being a man. Sometimes I can do things he can't. Help out when you can.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true. I agree with that. Let's clap that up.
I agree.
I agree.
Happy man, happy woman. Can you please trademark that before I do? shout out Derek Skinner. And
Property of BKS
shout out
Radio.
James Quentin. He said, "What's up, Norm?" He's on the check-in.
Huh?
James Quentin is on the check-in.
Oh, salute. Shout out.
what's
Shout
up?
out. Yo, what's good? What's good?
They see dropping
Love you
Juliisms.
too,
Julius
Danielle.
Gray.
Yes.
Thanks for being loyal. Appreciate you, girl.
Yes. James, how you doing, sir? Welcome to the show. If you're just joining us on the Man Cave Morning Show, we are asking the question, is it okay for a woman to propose to a man? But we kind of flipped it to this women's independence thing.
Come on. Come on.
Are women today trying to be too independent? And if you're that independent, do you need anyone? We want to know that. That's the sub question, because that's what we're alluding to when we swayed the topic.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, is it too
Yes.
much independence? I mean, damn, if you can do every daggone thing by yourself. And I heard this woman say this the other day, that old cliche, I don't need a man for nothing. I don't need a man to do anything for me. I could do it all by my damn self. I could do this by my damn self. I don't need a man for this. I don't need a man for that.
Go ahead.
And I looked on her hand. Of course, she didn't have no ring on her finger.
Mm-hmm.
And then she just seemed, I don't know, man. She seemed kind of miserable.
You know
It's
what,
like-
man? You know what?
And we said this yesterday. We're all meant to be with someone.
We are. You know what? To follow your train of thought, Do you know that you can have a man that supports you, that's not sexist, that is enlightened and evolved, and you can push him away with overdoing that train of thought?
Right.
I am for equality, but we're not the same. And so if you are overbearing with that point, right? Okay, this is what I want to say, General. These independent women, right? It is not all just men are not enlightened. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes you're by yourself because of the attitude that you're projecting.
Right.
If you're constantly telling your man you don't need him, you can do things by yourself. I know, you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Or never bending, always having a point.
Yeah.
I know you're articulate. I know you went to school. I know you have a point. I know you have this. I know you have that. When you constantly push that on the table, you can drive a man that's not a brute.
Oh, yes.
That's not a savage.
Say it.
That is a loving individual. You can drive him away. Now, you can tell yourself.
Don't push me away.
You can tell yourself, it's because the man wasn't with it and he didn't have the ability to deal with the person.
Yes.
But in the same way that you want us to address our sexist tendencies, you must also address your emasculating tendencies. So if you're going to ask me what it means to be a sexist, which you have the right to do, we're going to have that conversation. I'm going to have the conversation as well. In addition, what does it mean when you emasculate me?
Yes.
Because that happens too. It is not just all men being, and granted, we are fools. I'm not saying that. But we got to also address women that emasculate men. And in this independent, rah, I can do this, you run the risk of emasculating your man. And that's not just me being emotional. Those are facts. You can push a good man away.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Clap that up.
Emasculating reverse psychology is not the wave, because every woman hates when her man or a man that she's dealing with demeans her.
Yes.
Speak down to her.
Yes.
Make
Young
her
Squire.
feel less womanly. So why is y'all doing it to us? God damn it.
Because y'all do it. Y'all
Drop
do
a
it a lot.
bomb.
Y'all don't realize
Drop
that.
a bomb, yo.
This is
talk.
the Man
Let's
Cave
talk.
Morning Show.
Let's talk.
Y'all do that a lot.
Let's talk.
You know what I'm saying?
We know men are sexist. We are now talking about now the show have shifted to emasculating women. Why y'all do that?
Yeah.
Yep.
And y'all quick to do it.
Quick.
Y'all quick to put us down to
Yep.
your girlfriends.
That's right.
Or your family. And then when we see them, we wonder why they snickling or giving us the side eye.
Right.
Because you done told them things about us, and you put them down. He ain't this, he ain't that, he ain't doing this, he ain't doing enough. Y'all guilty too.
Yes.
So so that's the equivalent to y'all little sexist rants.
Right.
This is the equivalent. So let's talk about it. Let's read some comments in the chat room.
And
We're gonna break it down today.
And will an emasculating woman,
Ladies.
will a woman that has emasculated a man, please call the show and tell us why you did that.
Yes.
Call up.
Yes.
Please. We want to hear.
Can you admit that you did
Can you acknowledge
emasculate
that?
a man
Call up.
at one point in time in your life, or maybe one of your relationships? Call in 646-233-1302.
1302.
We want to hear from you.
This was a time as a woman emasculated a good man. Call up.
Yep. Let's read some comments. We got a lot of comments. Let's rock out.
Shout out Suzette. Okay, Suzette says, yes, there is too much independence on a woman's part. I'm guilty of it, but that's how my parents raised me. Sometimes I have to take a back seat and remember I'm in a relationship.
Thank you, Suzette. Thank you.
Yes, let's clap it up for Suzette.
Where the clap at? Drop
Marie
the bomb
says
on.
boom. Boom, facts.
More comments.
Julius Gray
Maria.
said, don't push me.
'Cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. Like a jungle
More
Jay
comments.
Bang, 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 bang.
D. Donna, facts. My super independence kept me single and frustrated for a while. When I grew up more as a person and allowed a man to lead us, my frustrations dissipated. I've learned that we have to support and uplift each other.
Thank you, D. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, Gina says,
other.
don't give a woman a reason to step in front of you.
And Danielle Spencer said, woo, Daniel,
Bring the fire.
Yeah.
You about to bring some fire.
Dr.
Some
Spencer
women,
speaks.
Black, she got in quotation, black, she got in parentheses, feel they have been forced to take care of themselves and their children, especially if the man has left.
Yes.
Going through the motions of taking care of the family alone hardens their personality, and they become abrasive towards men.
Yes.
Once they find a king, the woman gets right. I'm guessing. She said, I dislike it when the woman feels she has something to prove. Just do it without needing validation. Clap it up for Danielle.
Dr. Danielle on the case.
Yes.
Could not agree more, ma'am.
D is all grown up.
Dig it.
Yeah, listen, we need to get someone to call in because we got some good dialogue going on.
A lot.
Gina says, better to find a man who has his own shine so he won't feel diminished by yours. Tracy.
I agree.
Tracy Abram, what's up? Like, I think she's new as well. She says, I want a man to be a man. Open the door, pull out my chair, and take out the garbage. I'm not trying to compete with what is expected from a man. I love being a woman and being feminine. I do too.
Yes.
We are equal. We are not the same.
Right.
We're equal, not the same.
I'm going to want your money to go shopping, and I'm going to want to, play this. Is that a submissive role? Is that a feminist? Is that whatever?
Yeah, when you want to go shopping.
Yeah.
With your man's money.
Like, yep.
You submissive now?
Right.
Okay.
Talk about it.
I'll drive us to the mall.
But
Marie,
but when he say, babe, let's go clean up the house real quick, what you do?
No.
We got more comments?
Marie, but do you know or are you just bitter? Like, do they know or just bitter?
There are people that are bitter.
Yeah, this is true.
And they don't know, Marie.
You read Tracy's comment? You read that already?
Yeah. Open my door,
and
pull out the chair.
Gina Key said what?
Better to find a man who has his own shine so he won't be diminished by yours. Yeah.
No doubt. Wow, yo, clap it up. I'm loving the comments.
Well, this show took a left.
Yes. And we got to shift because I know we do.
Yes.
Oh,
we got to address some stuff.
We just about to get real.
To address some things.
We do.
So, yeah.
But we do got
you know
to
what?
address something.
This topic grew a lot of legs.
Yeah, it did. And we thank you for that, audience.
Let's talk about Cory Booker. What happened with Cory Booker, Will? What happened with Cory Booker, yo?
Cory Booker.
He got angry.
Was questioning. What's her name? What is her name?
Kirsten.
And what is her title?
This lady right here.
Defense
Secretary. The DHS Secretary to Trump.
What's her name? Kirsten what?
The Department of Homeland Security.
Oops.
Yeah.
Cory Booker was questioning the department, the chief of what is her title? The Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security.
There we go.
He wanted to know, right, why she was obfuscating and saying she did not recall the President of the United States referring to a large part of the population as people being from shithole countries. And she continually said she did not recall or that he used strong language. But she refused to state that she sat in the meeting and heard the President of the United States make these comments.
Cory Booker blacked out.
Let's get it.
And here's the clip right here. Just in case y'all didn't see this, man, but the clip's crazy.
Let's get it.
Both language festers. When ignorance and bigotry is allied with power, it is a dangerous force in our country. Your silence and your amnesia is complicity. Right now in our nation, we have a problem. I don't know if 73% of your time is spent on white supremacist hate groups. I don't know if 73% of your time is spent concerned about the people in fear in communities in this country, Sikh Americans, Muslim Americans, Black Americans. The fact pattern is clear of the threats in this country. I hurt. When Dick Durbin called me, I had tears of rage when I heard about his experience in that meeting. And for you not to feel that hurt and that pain and to dismiss some of the questions of my colleagues, saying I've already answered that line of questions when tens of millions of Americans are hurting right now because of what they're worried about what happened in the White House. That's unacceptable to me. There are threats in this country. People plotting. I receive enough death threats to know the reality. Kamala receives enough death threats to know the reality. Maisie receives enough death threats to know the reality. And I've got a president of the United States whose office I respect, who talks about the countries of origins of my fellow citizens in the most despicable of manner. You don't remember. You can't remember the words of your commander-in-chief. I find that unacceptable. Mr. Chairman, I'm grateful to be on this committee. I'm more than ever today happy I am here. Thank you.
Thank you. Senator.
The language festers. When ignorance...
A bomb on that, man. Drop a bomb. Jeez, nah, you can't. You can't. But anyway, yeah, definitely. But the rage, the anger in this man's voice was, he just basically shut her down. She had nothing really to say. And she looked like a child being scolded. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, because you know you're lying. You know you heard 45 call these nations shithole countries. You know you heard him say that. And you're going to lie and say, oh, I don't recall him saying that. You did. You're trying to protect your job. So instead of doing the right thing, you're getting checked right now by Senator Cory Booker, and shout out to him. I applaud this man again. But having the guts enough to check your line behind. Will, what's up, man? I know you want to say something. I'm pissed.
Let's give
myself.
This some context, and forgive me, I'm going to have to read. When these statements were made, they were in a meeting about DACA. What is DACA? The Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. Let's go to Wikipedia. It's an American immigration policy that allows some individuals who entered the country as minors and had either entered or remained in the country illegally to receive a renewable 2-year period of deferred action from deportation and be eligible for a work permit. Approximately 800,000 individuals, referred to as Dreamers after the DREAM Act bill, were enrolled into the program created by DACA. The policy was established by the Obama administration in June 2012 and rescinded by the Trump administration in September 2017. This policy was created after acknowledgement that Dreamer students had been largely raised in the United States, and that this was a way to be seen as a way to remove immigration enforcement policy to a low priority for people with good behavior. Okay, what are we saying here? We are saying that people that were born and raised in other countries, when they're very, very young, they were not born here, but they were born here very, very young, and now they're in school, they're in universities, they're in high schools, and they're in colleges, right? This was a way to address them being deported from the country. To my way of thinking, a person that's pursuing higher education,
right,
is not a shithole individual or a rapist or a monster. These are productive members of society that have been incorporated into the society. These people can't help where they're raised. So be clear before we go off onto the rant that DACA is about children. Children trying to make their education and children trying to contribute to society. Let us be clear that this racist, bigoted, evil rant, let us be clear who he is addressing here. He is addressing children. That's beyond the pale of acceptable. And for this woman to openly lie about what she heard when Senator Dick Durbin, according to the New York Post, doubled down on his statements. Senator Dick Durbin doubled down Tuesday on his charge that President Trump called Haiti and African nations shithole countries, and that Trump said we need more Europeans during a White House meeting on immigration. The most outrageous comment, obviously, was in reference to countries overseas that might send immigrants to the United States, and that the president used a vulgar term which has been repeated over and over again.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Again, man, salute Cory Booker, because he definitely checked Christian, whatever
Nielsen.
Let's read some comments.
Yeah. Julius Gray was like, his blackness came out. He was upset yesterday.
Yes.
Winfrey Booker 2020. She looked shook. Truth, Gina Keys. Gina Keys said there was a time in this country when speaking to a white woman like that would get you killed.
Ooh.
Ask Brother Emmett Till.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I
Emmett
felt
Till.
that right here.
Yeah, I felt that one too.
And thank God we're no longer in those times.
Absolutely, Gina. And Patricia Shell Givens said, Corey for president. You can see and hear the compassion in his face and voice. Something that she is lacking. Wow. Clap
As
it up
well
for
as
that.
the current president.
Absolutely. Yeah, man, it's a sad day, man. But and more people, even people on the right side, the Republicans, are speaking out against it as well.
Right.
Saying you said it, and you need to apologize for it. So Trump is not trying to apologize for anything because he's denying that he said it.
Belligerent.
And there were people in that room on your side that said you said it. Shout out to the lady, also Kamala Harris.
Oh, bring the fire. Bring the fire. Play the clip.
Let me see if I can play a little bit of this. And Kamala Harris, hold on, let me see if I got this. Because y'all got to hear her because she goes deep too. And let me see if I can
The
run
inference being the people of the 54 states of Africa and Haiti do not. That is a fair inference. And you run the Department of Homeland Security, and when you say you don't know if Norway is predominantly white, when asked by a member of the United States Senate, that causes me concern about your ability to understand the scope of your responsibilities and the impact of your words, much less the policies that you promulgate in that very important department. You opened by talking about a number of statistics that paint the threats the country faces from terrorism. In particular, you spoke of those who commit acts of terror who were not born in this country. The study you mention, however, leaves out some of the most rampant terror attacks that we've seen lately, which are domestic acts of terror. As has been mentioned, there is a report from the FBI and DHS which outlines white supremacist extremists, and I quote, the report says, will likely continue to pose a threat of lethal violence over the course of the next year. The report states that white supremacist extremists are responsible for 49 homicides and 26 attacks from the year 2000 to 2016, more than any other domestic extremist movement I'm quoting. It is deeply troubling that in your opening comments, when you talk about the threats to our nation, our homeland, to national security, that you failed to mention a report that outlined a very specific threat to us as the American people. Deeply troubled. You must understand the inference, the reasonable inference that the American public is drawing from the words you speak, much less the words of the President of the United States. Now, I'd like to move on and talk about your management of your agency. You and I spoke several times during your confirmation process, both at a personal meeting on November 6th.
For yourself, Rip Senator Kamala Harris. Please pull that clip up.
Like,
yes. Yeah.
All this, like I was telling Wu earlier, like I really didn't want to let the 45's comments get to me. Like I was just like, you know what, I'm not even going to acknowledge, you know, someone that's like beneath me. Okay?
As a person of Haitian descent.
Right. But hearing Cory Booker speak with so much passion, like, you know, even what we just heard, like they are speaking with so much passion, like it's really a deep rooted, you know, feeling of how you feel about this person, like representing a whole country.
Yes.
Like, you know, so I think it's very important dialogue that's going on, and it's very transparent. You know, it's very like if you're seeking this information, that you can go out and find it. And I think they're doing a great job representing us, because that's what we have been fighting for, like representation.
And Mr. Trump, are you as passionate about derailing white supremacist groups who continue to propose a threat to violence against us in the United States? Are you as passionate in speaking out against these acts of domestic terrorism? I hear you say nothing at all about these people. As a matter of fact, I hear you refer to them as decent people, good people.
I don't know, man. I don't understand the psyche of somebody that's really rolling with Trump, you know. And I look at these polls sometimes, and now they're saying it's what like 68 or 60-something% saying that he's not doing a good job, and 30-something is saying he is doing a good job. I just want to know, like, who's that 30%? What part of America is that 30% that feels as though Trump is doing a good job?
I would also like to ask the question, who did they think he was before he became president? Who did not see this coming? Apparently, millions upon millions upon millions of Americans either did not believe this man and when he explained who he was, or don't care, or share his views. Any of the three things that I just offered is a disgrace.
Yeah.
We all, no one at this table is surprised by anything that he says.
Nah.
I do not want people to continue to deny that this is who he is, or to say, I do not recall. I do not recall means that you are telling a lie. You were sitting there, you heard him say these deplorable statements, you didn't check him, you didn't stand up for people, then you went on national television after the fact and lied about it. Where is your character?
Yeah.
What do you stand for?
Yeah. She is trying to, again, save her job. She's trying to keep her job, so she don't get fired.
A job in a burning building, I guess, because this president is burning.
And y'all know, you know, for those that check out the Man Cave Morning Show every morning on WBKS1.com that watch us and follow us, we always have a curve that fool. So a curve that fool is when we address somebody that's just, you know, you're just looking at them and you're shaking your head like, why? You know. So our curve that fool of today is this young brother right here. And
I forgot about him.
Oh yeah,
Joe.
oh yeah. We're gonna
God,
play.
We have more.
We're gonna play it today.
Let it roll, brother.
Let's let it rock.
Hi guys, I'm CJ Pearson. Under President Trump, black unemployment is at an all-time low. This is also a president who set his sights on saving inner cities across America, lowering the violent crime rate in these cities so that black babies aren't scared to go and play out on the playground without the threat of being shot hanging over their head. He's also focused on bringing jobs to these communities, bringing economic investment to these communities, bringing rising wages to these communities, something that President Obama never did in the entirety of his 8 years in office. But this is also a president who set his sights on saving HBCUs across America, historically black colleges and institutions that were literally brought into fruition because black folks weren't allowed to go to any college they wanted to way back when. And President Trump sees the merit of these institutions continuing to thrive in America today. I would argue that President Trump has led a presidency that Martin Luther King would be proud of. And it's kind of funny to say because everyone in the media, everyone on the left is hell-bent on accusing this president of being a racist, a bigot, and all these other baseless accusations that have no merit at all. This is a president who has done more for black folks in a year than President Obama did in 8 years. And you want to call him a phony, a racist, a bigot? Who are you telling? As a black teenager, I saw the devastation that liberal policies have had within the black community. I've seen the hurt that they have caused. I've seen the pain that President Obama's inaction caused in places like Chicago, Detroit, Atlanta, and so forth and so on. And you want to sit here and tell me that President Trump doesn't like black people? President Trump has done more for black people than President Obama wished to do and could do. And that is the truth. That is the truth. President Obama sought to divide.
Oh, hell no. To the no, no, no.
In regards
oh, hell no. To the no, no, no. Curve that fool, brother.
We had to get up out of our damn seat for that one. For this, man, coonery at its finest.
Listen.
Coonery at its finest. This is a problem, people.
I have my special coon detector glasses on.
Yes. And what did you detect?
I see
from that young brother.
I see coon people.
I see coons.
I see coons.
What
young
did you
brother
detect from?
Listen.
Oh my God, man! I'm angry right now, people.
Okay. There is nothing worse. Nothing worse than a traitor. Nothing. And in the military, when you're found guilty of being traitorous, the penalty for such acts is what? I'll just leave that out there. Not only is he disillusioned, but he's wrong. Who respects an individual that not only does not defend his own, but sides with the people with his open enemy? That boy is a fool, a complete and utter brainwashed buffoon and a coon who I have absolutely no respect for. He said black people are afraid of getting shot. Yes, unarmed black people are afraid of being shot by police officers. He said that Trump single-handedly saved HBCUs. How? He said that Trump has done more for black people than Obama ever did. And he also said that the ancestor Martin Luther King would be proud at what Trump has done for African Americans. What Kool-Aid is this poor young fool
so
drinking?
misguided? So misguided.
You are a fool, sir. You are a fool.
Misinformed. And where does he get his facts from? And
Fox News.
And why do we so quickly forget what President Obama has done? Well, on the Man Cave Morning Show, we're not going to let you forget. I know I'm not. So let's start it off like this. Things that President Obama has done.
Bang, bang.
Let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it. That's just to wake y'all the hell up.
That was the coon alert. That was the coon alert.
Yes, that was the coon alert sound.
All right.
And these are things that President Obama has done, and we're going to rock it like this. Starting
Educator.
off, yes, with number one. Let's break it down. Rescued the country from the Great Recession, cutting the unemployment rate from 10% to 4.7% over 6 years. Clap it up for that, you coon.
Jigaboo.
Number two, signed the Affordable Care Act, which provided health care insurance to over 20 million uninsured Americans. You coon. 3, ended the war in Iraq. Ended the war in Iraq, you coon.
Yes.
4, ordered for the capture and killing of Osama bin Laden.
You coon.
Okay. So that's just what, 4? Shall I go on?
Past the 787 billion. What did it say?
Recovery.
Where we at?
Yeah, we right
Passed
here.
the 787 billion American Recovery and Reinvestment Act to spur economic growth during the Great Recession.
You coon.
Supported the LGBT community's fight for marriage equality.
You coon.
Commuted the sentence of nearly 1,200 drug offenders to reverse unjust and outdated prison sentences.
You coon.
Saved the U.S. auto industry.
You coon.
Helped us put the U.S. back on track for energy independence by 2020.
You coon.
Began the drawback of troops in Afghanistan. Signed the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, allowing as many as 5 million people living in the U.S. illegally to avoid deportation and receive work permits. And the list goes on and on and on. Buffoon.
There's one I definitely.
Which one?
Let's go on to some of these. Begin the process of normalizing relations with Cuba.
Ooh.
You coon. Increase Department of Veteran Affairs funding.
You coon.
Sign the Credit Card Accountability, Responsibility, and Disclosure Act.
You coon.
Boosted fuel efficiency standards for cars.
You coon.
You coon. All right. Sign,
yes, we're name calling. Yes, we are.
The Hate Crimes Prevention Act, making it a federal crime to assault anyone based on sexual or gender identification. And yes, you coon, because you're not going to sit up here and discredit everything this great man, this great president of ours has done. And it is now being stripped away by a racist bigot by the name of 45, Donald Trump. You're not going to sit up here and discredit what President Obama has done. Yes, I'm angry. Yes, I don't like name calling, but today I'm sorry. You're being a coon. It is what it is.
And before people call into the show and type in about the language that we're using,
coon,
people get offended by the way we describe what we see, but don't get offended by the actions that these people are taking. Coon is a description of what you just saw. Racism is an accurate way to describe the President of the United States. If you're going to be outraged about that, about the description of this damnable behavior, be as passionate as you are for calling our radio station and saying we're using bad words and we shouldn't be angry and we shouldn't take the high road. Take that energy to address injustice and fight evil. If you can't do that, save your comments. Don't call my station and keep listening, because we are going to keep banging on this piece. We're going to keep speaking out against injustice. We're going to keep describing things as we see it. I do recall. I'm not a liar. I do understand the English language and how powerful the words on this platform are. Right? So I know what shithole means, and I know what coon means. I know what it means. But do you? Give me a break.
Yeah, come on, man.
Give me a break.
And I'm saying, no, if he's going to get on a public platform, a worldwide platform like YouTube, and make his video with some non-factual information, such as everything he basically said, if he's going to get on a public worldwide platform such as YouTube and make these statements or whatever like that, we're getting on our platform.
Thank you.
And we're going to debunk these facts with real facts of the great things that President Obama has done. All right, and in conjunction to that, because you angered us so much, you are a coon.
That's what you are. That is what you are.
Sorry.
Look in the mirror and
fire
know
me.
what you are. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Cannot be fired. We are not brought and we're not sold. We're not whores to the establishment. What we do here is speak truth to power. And that is what we are going to continue to do. You're not going to continue to disrespect us, use racist terminology, debase us, murder us, kill us, and expect us not to speak out against it. And to my own people that are concerned with the terminology that we use to simply describe what we see. We speak the truth, and we are going to stand on the truth. Truth crushed to earth will rise again. This person is telling you who he truly is. The president is speaking the truth. How dare you lie about what you heard in a Senate hearing? Told a bold-faced lie and said you did not recall. But every word that I say here, I'm held accountable for. If I say something outlandish and foolish or make some threat towards someone, trust me, they're going to come knock on my door. But when you threaten my children and you threaten my livelihood and you debase billions upon billions of people, who's coming to knock on your door? And you upset at the words that I'm using? When we don't have a power structure, a military, this man is head of the military. He is the head of the most powerful country in the world. And he's talking about other people in the world this way? And you don't got nothing to say about that?
I'm mad about that. I'm still mad about the brother. Still, man, I'm mad about that, man, because, like, come on, man. Again, we shooting at each other to the point to where you're basically saying that this great president that just left the White House did nothing. He didn't do anything. And that in the short time that Donald Trump has been in office, 45, that he's did everything. He did a lot for African Americans. Did y'all hear what he said?
What?
That's crazy.
What did he do for African Americans?
That's crazy.
What?
Ludicrous, man.
What?
Coonery at its finest.
And I'll say this
at its finest.
to anyone that says or would like to say or try to create the impression that Obama hasn't done anything at all in his 2-year term, you might not probably understand how politics works, and you might not understand why the Senate is divided into a Republican Party and a Democratic Party. So when we have a president that stands as a Democrat and he's trying to implement certain things and pass certain bills, there is a process of where the Senate has to vote on these things. And if the Senate has the majority controlled by Republicans, therefore anything this Democratic president is trying to pass is now going to be that much challenging. So this is why we need to, as citizens, exercise our right and vote, and not just vote at our, presidential elections, but also vote at our local government elections, because it's very important that we put the right people into power. So when we get the president that we want and we exercise our democratic right and our, amendment right as a citizen to vote, this is why voting is important, because the right people have to be in power in order for our voices to be heard.
Absolutely, man. Clap that up. Clap it up, man.
And as a representative of shithole countries, thank you, sir.
Oh, most definitely. You're welcome.
I don't think you have a right to speak because you're from a shithole country. So.
Oh, wow. Let's read some comments, man. We got some comments based on the Coon speech and based on what we were talking about in reference to Cory Booker. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Danielle says 45 has made a mockery of the highest office in the land. Julius said Trump has played nothing but golf and he sucks at that. Coon. Trump constantly lies. Coon. Trump doesn't know the lyrics to the national anthem. You coon. Trump is trying to start a war, a nuclear war. You coon. Like, literally, yeah, okay. Where are his parents? I need to see and hear from his parents. If he believes this, his parents have to do something with this kind of ignorance. A lot of people think he's just trolling. Like, this kid is trying to break into showbiz.
What a way to do it, man.
Yeah. Not on my watch, you ain't.
Yo, check out Stacey Dash career. That's all.
Yeah, Sandy is like,
what has it done for her?
Sandy is like, he's trying to be relevant with this ignorant crap. He's trying to see how many hits he will get. He cannot be serious. Like, Patricia says this kid is obviously listening to the wrong people. Seriously brainwashed. Oh yeah, Ty says another victim from the Amorosa School of High Delusion.
Thank you, Ty.
Exactly.
Go get a book deal with her.
Danielle's like, because he's young, he feels it's beneficial to him to side with the enemy in hopes of getting a job or recognition. He has no facts. Yeah. They should Google President Obama's accomplishments. He had to do the executive order for several of these laws. The Repubs are furious about this. Hear you. Joey says the Republicans said openly that they would block any legislation he put forth. You coon. Yeah, it's becoming popular to be contrary.
Shirts coming soon.
I hear you, Danielle.
That's going to be a sound effect added to our applause.
You coon.
You coon. But hey, man, look, on a serious note, I'm sad about the future, the possible future of our country, man. As long as this dude's in office, because it's really so embarrassing. Like, I even hate to travel right now. Like, my wife wants to go on a trip to different parts of the world and everything.
Not a good idea.
They are laughing at us. A lot of them ain't feeling us. A lot of them don't even want us there. Cause of dude. That's you know real. What I'm saying? I don't even feel safe going to other countries anymore saying I'm American. I'm going to learn the language of another country before I go there, so I act like I'm one of them.
Right. True.
Feel me? Because, it's just embarrassing, man. This country is just looking real crazy right now. But on that note, we got to go. We got to go. We don't want to. We got to go. We want to thank everybody for joining us.
Got to give you another one of these.
On the Man Cave Morning Show. Shout out to everybody, man, that's watching us on YouTube, that's watching us on Twitter, watching us on Periscope, on the mother site, which is WBKS1.com. It's about to be updated too with a whole bunch of information. You're definitely going to want to go to WBKS1.com. Shout out to everybody on Facebook Live, man. We really, truly love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And hey, just look, we always going to talk from our own experience. Our own. experience with life and with issues and everything, just as you are, you know. And remember, this show is never about us. It's always about you, because you are the next best kept secret, man. Man Cave Morning Show. We gonna be back tomorrow, baby.
Coons, feel free to listen to the broadcast.
No doubt. Keep it locked. WBKS1.com, man. Man Cave Morning Show. What other place to be in the morning and semi-afternoon?
Let's get lunch.
Let's get lunch, people. We out of here.
Bang, bang.
Peace.
Yo, this is Chris Spencer, and you're on BKS1 Radio.
It's your girl Chanel, BKS1 Radio, and I'm here with the beautiful Garcelle Bouvet.
I'm paying you later.
Hey, I'm the queen of comedy some more, and right now you're rocking with BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio Network. I'm here with the amazing Miss Tasha Smith. How you doing?
I'm doing so good. Thank you for coming out.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
Hello, Denise Boutte. Hey, what's up? Shout out to BKS1 Radio. See you soon.
Brick City's finest, J.D. Williams. I'm in the Savage Podcast Studio, chilling at BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio. I'm here with the legendary Mr. Dick Gregory. How you doing today, sir?
Fantastic, brother, and thank you, and thank you, and thank you.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Jamie Foxx, BKS1 Radio. What's going on with you?
Storming on. This is George Dr. Funkenstein Clinton for BKS1 Radio. They be doing the dog, y'all.
Yo, this is Chris Spencer, and you're on BKS1